Hello everyone and welcome to Seven Figure Adventure. My name is Jimmy. Today we're going to talk about passive income and why it's so important. I was in the Rocky Mountains just a few days ago. Behind me you have the bay. In front of me, which you cannot see in the video, the front of me is the Gulf of Mexico. There's a little island right there. In the videos you can see it. That little island, someone owns that island. And the only way to get to that island is by boat. There's no bridge. You can't drive to it. It is definitely by boat. That's all you can get to that island. And I thought it was a great spot to come and sit inside of in the truck today and talk to you a little bit about passive income. You see, I've learned a lot over the years and things that I know now I wish I knew 25 years ago, 20 years ago. But I've learned a lot. And so passive income right now is something that's so critically important. Times have changed. You really do need to have some form of passive income in your life. Whether you're just earning dividends from stocks, that's passive income. Maybe you have a YouTube channel like this and you are earning revenue from the YouTube channel from videos that you've done. That's passive income. There's different types of businesses that pay passive income. But let me tell you the two things that I have that drive most of my income every single month. Number one, I have an insurance-based model company that I market through. And like an insurance product, I get paid a percentage every single month that someone pays their policy. Okay, it's the same thing that you have with your auto insurance, your medical insurance, your home insurance. Every time you pay your policy and you renew that policy, your agent gets paid. Your agent earns a little bit of money every single month from your policy or premium. That's how that works. So I have revenue, that have income that comes from that kind of business. The second kind of business that I have is where more of my income comes from, and I have businesses out there that when they run their credit cards and debit cards on their credit card machines, I earn a percentage of those sales. Because I'm providing the machine, I'm providing the equipment, I'm providing the processing to the machines, so I earn an income from that. So currently right now in June 2020, which is when this video is being made, we have already done in the first 10 days of the month, we have already surpassed $130,000 in sales volume in the first 10 days of the month. That means if you look at the average daily track, by the end of June, we will have surpassed over $500,000 in sales revenue for the month of June 2020. Out of that $500,000, that doesn't come to me. Understand that. That's sales volumes from our other accounts that do processing stuff. Out of the $500,000, or $514,000 to be exact, I earn a percentage of all those sales. And, you know, that is wonderful passive income. So I'm not saying that the insurance model business or this other business that I just mentioned to you is what you would be doing to earn passive income. But understand the fact that passive income is so important. Think about passive income for just a second. Passive income gives you the ability to have freedom of time and freedom of choice. I recently got back from the trip to Colorado, Rocky Mountains. I had the freedom to get that time to go on that trip and come back. I had the freedom to make the choice to go or not. I had the freedom to take as long as I wanted to take on that trip. Let me say why passive income is so important. What happens if you lose your job? You get sick. You want to retire. You can't. This is why, the times have changed. This is why a lot of people are working at Walmart and the grocery store in their retirement years, because the plan doesn't work anymore. You need income during retirement. You need income. So with that being said, you can start something now to start generating income for you while you're working your job, and then use the money that you're making from a business or an investment that pays you a passive income, if you will, like dividends from stocks, or maybe a business like I have that pays me every single month. Even if I don't do anything, this still pays me, right? You can use that money, if you don't need it to live on, use that money to go out and reinvest to create an asset that makes you more money, so that you can make more money to reinvest the extra money so that you can go out and make more money. Do you get where I'm going with this? Okay. So basically, here's what it boils down to. Having passive income is critical. You need to have passive income. Heaven forbid you get sick and you can't work anymore. You need income. Now, people say you can make money with no money. You don't need money to start a business, and that's true. But if you want to create the asset that produces the income, you need to be prepared to jump on an opportunity when it comes up. That opportunity may take an investment to buy into the opportunity. Maybe it's a business opportunity. Maybe it's, the market went down a lot and the stock price dropped dramatically on a stock you really believe in. You want to buy in while it's at the low price and maybe capitalize on the gains on the way up. You need to have money for that. You need to be prepared for that financially. You need to have money in the bank separate from your living expenses. Okay? So, true, you do not need money to make money, but to take advantage of an opportunity, you need money. Okay? So how do you start getting the money together? Because right now, a lot of people, unfortunately, are living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have the resources. They don't have the income. They don't have, the ability to go out there and create the savings to go out there and create assets, because those assets take money. You have to pay yourself first. At least 10%. Now, I can hear this right now. There's someone watching this video that says, I can't do that. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I have no money left when I get paid. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, if you don't learn to pay yourself first, you will never be able to capitalize on opportunities down the road. So how do I save money when I have no money to save, right? Okay, let's start there. You need to be saving at least 10%. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're over the age of 40, you need to be saving at least 15%. If you cannot start at 10% because you're living paycheck to paycheck, I get it. I really do. I get it. But you got to do something. Start at 1%. 1%. If your job pays you, I'm going to pick a number because I don't know, everybody's different. Let's say you get $400 a week. All right? You get $400 a week in your paycheck. 1% of $400 is how much? $4. You can take that $4 and put it aside in a separate account and live on the other $396. What I encourage you to do is next month, maybe you can bump that 1% to 2%. You get in the habit of saving more money. All right? Start small. Work your way up to 10%. When that money gets taken out of your paycheck and you put it to a separate account, you don't touch it at all. You don't go out and buy yourself a new pair of shoes when you get enough money. That's not what it's for. So I would encourage you to start somewhere. And if you have to start at 1%, try to increase it 1% more each month. Right? So this is, and when this video is being made, this is June. So in June, you do 1%. July, 2%. August, 3%. You get where I'm going. If you've got the ability to do 10% now, then do the 10% now. But this is not to be used to spend on things that's not an investment. If you have income coming from your assets paying your bills for you, that's freedom. It's freedom, right? People ask me all the time, well, how much passive income do I have to be able to live? I don't know. That's not a question I can answer for you. The only thing I can say to that question is going to be, it depends. That's the answer. It depends. Because you see, let's say, for example, you are used to earning $100,000 a year in income. Think of this. If you had $2 million in an account somewhere, whether it's a retirement account or stocks are paying dividends, or maybe it's real estate, I don't know. Whatever the investment is, let's just say that's generating 5%. 5% is what's coming to you every year. Doesn't sound like very much, does it? But you have to figure there's a 2% inflation rate. So now the income, the investment is going to produce at least 7%, right? And you're going to be paying taxes on all that too. That 5%, if you had $1 million in your portfolio, $1 million times 5% is $50,000 a year. Is that enough for you to live on? Okay, let's say it's not. Let's say you wanted to do it $100,000 a year at 5%. So that's going to be $2 million at 5% is $100,000 a year. Right? So I want you to think about the passive income for just a second. You have $2 million in this asset. Again, call it a retirement account, call it stocks or paying dividends, call it real estate, whatever. You are earning $100,000 a year every single year, and you're never touching your principal. You have $2 million in an asset generating a 5% income annually. That's $100,000 a year. You spend and live on $100,000. You never touch the $2 million because you're living on the 5% that it's generating every single year. Do you see where I'm going with this? That's passive income. But you need to have the money to make the investment to get to the $2 million or whatever number that you're having to do. If $50,000 a year is enough for you, then run the numbers at that, right? The point is, passive income is important, and you need to figure out what your goal is for passive income. How much are you trying to earn in passive income? And put a plan together to make that happen. But I can tell you right now, you need to start preparing for an opportunity to come around. Maybe you have an opportunity to start a business, partner to a business, have a business idea. Maybe you want to invest in some stocks that pay dividends. Maybe you want to buy some real estate, which real estate is one of my upcoming projects. I'm working on that. I'm all about real estate. There's a lot of tax benefits to have real estate, so I'm working on that. The point is, you need to begin to move towards passive income. Okay? And I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying that. Do not quit your job. What I'm saying is, do around your job, do something that creates passive income for you. And here's the next step I want to leave you with, and we're going to end the video at this point. Live on a certain dollar amount and save the difference. Let me give an example. Let's just say you make, and I'm trying to be conservative here, so your numbers may be different than what I'm giving. But let's just say for a minute, you make $3,000 a month at your job. Basically, as you begin to generate a business or an asset that creates income for you, as your income goes up, do not get caught by lifestyle inflation. Meaning a lot of people, just because their income goes up, they go out and they buy another car. So now they have a car payment. Now they're in debt. Oh, I have more money now, so I'll go charge this new furniture suite to my credit card. So now they're spending more than they make. Just because your income goes up does not mean you increase your lifestyle. Don't do it. So from this point, what you need to do is you take the difference of your income that you're making and push it into that sacred account. If you're used to living on $3,000 a month, and all of a sudden you're making $3,200, $3,500, $4,000, you're making extra, that extra gets pushed to the sacred account. Like I said, stocks that pay dividends is a common passive income. If you're entrepreneurial and you have that spirit in you, create a business. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you found this information valuable, I would appreciate just hit the like button for me if you would. Subscribe to the channel. If you would like, leave a comment down below. I appreciate it, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon.